Okay, so what we are going to do today is we are going to read word problems, and these are multiplication word problems, and we are going to figure out what our equation is. We are going to use the graph paper to represent our area model, and then we're going to transfer it over to our recording sheet. Okay, so that's what we're going to do first. All right, so we have our recording sheet right here. We have our word problems on a separate sheet. And then we also have our grid paper. So these are the three things that you will need for today's assignments. All right, so we are going to work together on question number 1, word problem number 1. So first we're going to read the word problem, then we're going to estimate what we think our answer, our product will be, use our grid paper to solve, and then we'll transfer it over to our recording sheet. All right, so the first one reads, it takes 13 large pieces of paper to make a paper airplane. Let me read that again. It takes 13 large pieces of paper to make a paper airplane so large it can fly across a football field. Paul makes 18 paper airplanes. How many pieces of paper does he use? All right, so we always draw a picture representation of what is happening, right? Because in order for us to really understand what's going on in the story, we really want to draw a representation, and that'll help us organize our thoughts. So I'm going to go ahead and just use this area right here, but you can use a blank sheet of paper. Actually, I'll go ahead and use our recording sheet. So I'm going to use this area right here. So 13 large pieces of paper is what we need to make a paper airplane. So I'm going to just draw my paper airplane. There's my paper airplane. And that's just one airplane. And it takes 13 pieces of paper. So I'll just write 13 papers per airplane. So I know that I'm going to need 18 of these airplanes. So my equation is going to be 13 pieces of paper times 18 planes, because there's 13 pieces of paper per plane and I have 18 planes. So there's my equation, 13 times 18. And my estimate, remember, I'm going to round each of my factors, and then I'm going to find my estimated product. So 13 rounds down to 10, 18 rounds up to 20. So I have 10 times 20. And so then 10 times 20 is 200. So that I know that my answer, my product, will be somewhere around 200. Okay, so I've estimated, I know that's my equation, 13 times 18. And so now I'm ready to draw my area model over here. 13 times 18. All right, so 13 times 18 is what I'm looking for. So I am going to write my expression right up here, 13 times 18. I'm going to find 13 rows and 18 columns. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. So I have 13 rows, and I need to have 18 columns, or 18 in each row. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18. Let me connect those. All right, so now I have 18 in each row. I have 13 rows. Let me connect my area and close out my area. There we go. All right, so now I have a 13 by 18 area. 13 rows, 18 in each row. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to decompose my factors. So 13 I can decompose into 10 plus 3. 18 I can decompose into 10 plus 8. So I'm going to go ahead and divide up my area. So 13 is divided up into 10 plus 3. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. So I have 10 rows. And then I have 3 down here. So I have now 10, right? 10 rows in this area. And then 3 rows in this area. So 10 plus 3. And now I want up here, I want an area where there's 10 in each row and 10 in each row and 8 in each row. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. So I have 10 in each row here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Yep. And then I have 8 in this row. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Yep. All right, now I've divided up my area. And so if I'm looking at the area that I'm highlighting in yellow, there's my yellow area right there. I have, in this area, I have 10 rows. There's my 10. 10 rows times 10 in each row. 10 times 10 equals 100. So this yellow area right here has 100 squares. Now if I were to look at my pink area, there's my pink area. I have 10 rows. There's my 10 right here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 10 rows. And then how many in each row? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 in each row. 10 rows times 8 in each row gives me a total of 80 squares. So this whole entire pink area has 80 squares. So look at the blue area. All right, that blue area right there has 3 rows. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. Times how many in each row? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 in each row. 3 times 10 is 30. So if I were to count up all those squares in that blue area, I would count up 30 squares. And then I have my orange area. And my orange area has also 3 rows. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. Times how many in each row? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So 3 times 8 is 24. If I were to count up all these squares in this orange area, I would count up 24. All right, so now what I'm going to do is add up all my partial products. 100 plus 80 plus 30 plus 24. 100 plus 80 is 180. 30 plus 24 is 54. And if I were to add 180 plus 54, I get 234. All right, so now I'm going to come over here to my recording sheet and record what I did. So I'm going to go ahead and use this purple marker just so that you guys can see it clear. All right, so first what I did was I drew my area, and I had 10 plus 3 over here, and then I had 10 plus 8 on top, Okay, and then I divide my area like that. It matches with my grid paper. And then I have 10 times 10 in this first area. And 10 times 10 is 100. In the second area, the pink area, I have 10 times 8 is 80. This bottom area, my blue area, was 3 times 10. And then in this pink, orange area, I had 3 times 8, which gave me 24. And when I added those all up, I got 234. That's my solution. That's my actual answer. And if I were to actually look and see 234, that 234 is pretty close to my 200. So I'm pretty sure I did it correctly. And that's how you are going to do all of this. So you have 6 word problems. You have 6 recording areas. All right.